Hi, this is Neil at Global Source and Launchpad. Yes, and we had to do this booth. You know our friend Matthew Chow from Charming Pop. Good to see you.
Hi Neil, thank you.
GOQi. GOQi's the brand. Charming Pop's the name of the company.
Yes.
Am I right?
Charming Pop's another brand for fashion leather goods and accessories that I run as well.
Okay, we spoke 6 months ago.
Yes.
And we did a short interview, and at that time you had a charging wallet.
Yes.
So you have a little wallet, something like this, and this was on Kickstarter. You raised
Indiegogo first.
Indiegogo, 30,000K.
Yes, that's right.
US dollar.
Yes.
And then what have you done after that in funding?
Then after that, I shipped the product in September, so it's fully shipped out and everything.
How many backers?
We had 200 something backers.
200.
So everyone was very happy with the product and no major issue. But during the same time, we also developed the smaller wallet as well.
Because you got feedback from the backers, right?
They're saying this is a little bit large.
Too big.
Something sexier, something smaller.
Especially the US feedback, right?
I reckon even the new version they say it's too big. They just want to have a credit card.
Because in the Europe it's about, this is a man bag size, right?
This is the man bag, yeah. But we felt good reaction in China and also in India as well. They like this sizing as well. They don't mind slightly larger size as well. It's practical.
Because they got a lot of money, that's why.
They have a lot of stuff they want to hold as well.
Right. Whereas in the US, you found that they wanted something a bit. You didn't have this 6 months ago, so this is your new unit.
This is brand new, correct?
Right. Okay. So on the technical side, the difference between the two.
Yep.
And sorry, let's explain to the viewers. Basically, you put your phone inside.
So this is the smaller version because of the sizing of the wallet. To keep it smaller, you can only charge it on the outside. So now we have a touch sensor. You basically touch it opens, and you place it on the outside. On the outside, the blue light indicates.
Okay. Blue light's on. I like that you plug it in the phone
and then it starts charging. So we have wireless charging, so you see
wireless
it's charging as well.
Now we know that with the Apple it doesn't have that automatically. You have to have another interface to put behind the iPhone.
We're hoping iPhone 7 had it. It was rumored to be 90% chance it was going to have built in as well, but it wasn't to be.
Wow.
But anyhow, but it's still very good. It's very easy, very convenient, very thin charging receiver where you just install onto your phone.
The back of the iPhone, and then you plug this in at the bottom of the iPhone.
That's correct.
Like
back of the iPhone
right.
That as well.
But you don't even need that on your Samsung because Samsung has it automatically.
Samsung S6, F7 is already built in as well.
So this is
G, Nexus.
This is your number 4 version, so it doesn't have it in.
Correct. This is Notes 4, so this is
right. Okay.
So
amazing.
So then we also have the wireless receiving unit on the back as well. So any IKEA furniture can also charge. This, for example, here this is something. If you look at back here, back here, this is a basic IKEA unit which you can purchase in any IKEA store in the world now.
Oh wow! You got distribution into IKEA.
No, I haven't. I just bought this from it to show that you can buy it from. I use our wallet accessories with any IKEA furniture.
Okay, now is this an IKEA branded charger?
It is, yes.
Wow.
So every shop IKEA that has this as well, and also individual smaller ones. So this one here is all integrated, and you can use it.
Why don't you partner with them? Have you approached them?
I've met the IKEA person, one of the persons, so we can discuss that as well later on.
But this is all about
this whole user experience and adding more products to their range and collection.
But also you've come up with this product.
Yes.
But on the downstream distribution side, it's about partnering. It's about getting those channels where you can just push volume through, right? So
just having them educate, because you've got to educate the consumer about wireless charging as well and technologies, so people know how to use it and are using it regularly. Right. That's why now we're also introducing like a charging for car chargers as well. Wow. So the whole experience, once I've installed for iPhones, and once I've installed this pad, I never have to take it off because I can charge it at home, in the office, in the car. The whole experience is seamless. It's seamless. So you don't go there and say, I got a car, I still got to charge it, didn't plug it in. Right. And they don't like that as well. So you want to make that whole experience.
Wow. Now let's get to a bit slow catching up because you've done so much in 6 months.
Yes.
You've come a long way, Matthew, in 12 months, by the way.
Yep.
So the big feedback was make it smaller.
Make it smaller.
It's too big.
Yes. Make it smaller. Make
this
it
is too big. This was the Kickstarter success.
Yes.
$30,000 US. Yes. But now, based on buyer feedback, you've got the smaller version.
Smaller, sexier, nicer, cheaper pricing as well. We've also lowered the pricing.
And what volume? What is the price on this one?
But now we've dropped it down. So the recommended retail now is 148, but normally we give a discount, so we hit the $99 range is what we wanted last time.
$99, whereas on the Kickstarter, what was this going at?
This one we're going for 190 something.
And then the leather version is 250 more.
220, but before we also included a charging pad in the receivers.
Yeah, lots in it. But now you're trying to get down to
everyone asked me, they wanted $99, so I try to make it that way to hit the price point. We're willing to pay for it.
Okay, so you can make enough margin out of that?
Yeah, okay. You can make enough margin. So obviously you bring the volume, because obviously you need the volume.
Now what's the difference in the battery size of this one and the
battery size is the same. You keep that 4,000 milliamps.
Wow, same battery size.
So because we always keep the same battery size, because 4,000 milliamps is the best for the weight and in terms of the efficiency use ratio, in terms of being enough to charge once or twice.
Wow, and you know, Matthews, you've gone through a lot of design iterations in getting that battery, right? Yeah. Because you had to put two
that was
end to end, because generally it's most of the battery manufacturers, they like to put them side to side.
Yes, but we actually changed it to single battery now.
Single
correct.
flat one.
Now it's a single unit, correct. Single unit battery, because it's efficiency loss in that if you separate the batteries as well.
So originally you had it end to end in here.
Yeah, I had two separate ones.
Wow, yes, I noticed that, yes. So
changing, keep improving.
Right, yeah. Just a back up on some of the background. Matthew, you had your own leather handbag factory in Dongguan.
Yes, correct.
All right.
We still have it there. Starting with reducer now.
Right. Okay.
Because we're just getting expensive now, so regular export businesses is getting different. But I guess we think in the next 5 and 10 years, adding technologies and different, smart ideas into traditional businesses and traditional products, leather goods and accessories is the way to go.
But this enabled you to actually, that was your base for assembly. Yes. And then all you had to do is actually source the electrics into your factory. Correct, and that enabled you to kill two birds with one stone. Number one, you already know how to get the things assembled. Yes. Number two, you protect your IP.
Yes. Yeah, no, but I've been making for 20 years, so in terms of the connections. Right. Because when you start a new idea, new business, a lot of factories, it's like, they don't know you, they don't know who you are, so they're not going to develop samples with you and cooperate with you.
And that's the first thing when they, if you don't have the connections or relationship that you developed, they look at startup, the first thing they think, small volume, 500.
Yeah, what's the potential?
No way. Exactly, small volume plus you haven't even got an established distribution channel.
Exactly, yeah.
So even if they come along and say, don't worry, we're going to go to 10,000 next year, well, where's your distribution channel? You haven't got anything to back it up.
Exactly.
And so that's a big challenge for a lot of startups.
Exactly, yeah.
So
that's why, in terms of adding it, that's why there's a lot of technology which I can do as well, but then I think this is, for me, it makes sense. When I'm hitting my low 40s now, I can't start reinventing the wheel too much in other areas as well. Utilizing my connections now, I think is also important.
But Matthew, just around the corner, there's a smartwatch. You can do your health check, and it will actually tell you that you're 22 years old.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
It always tells you 20 years younger, right?
No, it told me I was 26. Okay, check it every day. It made me feel better.
You don't shave though, then it gives you another 10 years on.
All right. Anyway. So there's another thing in here. Yes. USB.
Correct. Yes.
So what can you do with that?
So our first version we had actually wired. So now that we've integrated so that we have a 2.1 amp negative USB here.
Right.
So that we realized with iWatch and for other misfits and other devices that there is a problem with they have different charging units.
Yeah, they do.
So we've incorporated this one instead. So you can also charge any other device coming up in the next 5
I can put my Fitbit in here, and then I've got the plug, the Fitbit plug, and then
your
boom.
regular Fitbit plug, you can plug this and charge out with that as well.
I love it.
So it's versatile in that way as well.
This is great. I like that. It's wonderful.
Options of charging, not just your phone, but other.
And you start and stop by pushing this button.
Yes, now it's the new. This is the second version, the third generation, which is this version. Is just touch sensor now. You just have to tap it twice.
And this one you had
this one you have to press. You have to press onto it
and hold it in.
Yes, I press it, and then hold it in. But that's already on there.
All right.
This one you just tap on.
Tap.
Yeah, tap.
Okay.
Yeah. So obviously getting more media attention. People interested. We just now we have the introduction of products. We have 100 units of this made up now, which we're selling now at the show fair. So if you're interested, we can purchase units now.
Now you purchase online.
You purchase online, yes.
Go to GOQi, is that right?
GOQiwireless.com.
GOQiwireless.com. All right.
And we also now have a special now. If you go to GOQiwireless.com,
$99.
Yes, correct. Right, not including shipping. So shipping depending on where it is. Normally about $30 for the shipping as a base price.
Depending, out of Hong Kong.
Out of Hong Kong, yes.
Right. Is it on Amazon?
No. So I've got 100 piece products now made up. So I'm just going to be shipping the first bunch. Maybe ship some
Amazon fulfillment.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Good.
And so we have a free sign up as well now. We have a monthly raffle now. So if you go to GOQiwireless.com and you sign up, just put your name, and your email, and you just sign up. Every month we're doing a free giveaway.
Wow.
Either a wallet or a wireless charging receiver, wireless charging pad.
This is the GOQi ecosystem.
Correct. Yes.
We had this conversation earlier about your plans in the future to get GOQi, the ecosystem, go-to ecosystem for not just for your products, but for other Internet of Things products.
Yes, correct.
How are you progressing on that?
So in terms of that, because there's still a software play, you have to develop a software linking that as well. Because there's one aspect into the GOQi wallet which you want to introduce as a tracking system as well. Right. That will link to your wallet, to your phone, to your keys. So if you lost any one of those items, it will track each other.
Wow.
But that I'm still developing on it. The solution is not perfect yet, so there's no point in introducing it.
So you're working with a third-party software developer to do that?
I'll work with third-party, yeah.
Okay.
Because we're still smaller. We're not big enough to start incorporating all the different units that high stuff.
In Hong Kong?
In Hong Kong based, yeah.
Okay, so
international based.
So this will be your first Internet of Things product?
Once you have the app and app to the phone, then becomes an IoT product.
Yeah, this will be your first.
This actually, that will be the first to it. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So.
All right. So, okay, you got biofeedback, and what we can learn from Matthew's experience is how we started from this 18 months ago, Kickstarter, this big mammoth thing. Now we look at it and we think, oh my, wow, why would we want to buy that? But you got to start somewhere. You got to start somewhere, right? And then you got feedback from buyers, and that came with Generation 2.
This is Generation 2. This is Generation 3 now.
Okay, Generation 2.
Generation 2 will be something like this.
Like it, Generation 2, and then that turned into Generation 3. Generation 3.
Yeah, which we're pushing now. We'll do another Kickstarter campaign probably for the smaller version soon.
Wow, so now you're going back to Kickstarter with Generation 3.
Yes. Generation 3.
And do you have a target for that funding
I'm
wage?
going to redo a video, so it's all set up, just reading the video, make it a bit nicer video there as well.
Right.
So probably none, because obviously I'm sort of developing it as I go, and see how I go. Because obviously from the Divine here, people are interested, so buying wholesale distributors might be quicker than going through the campaign at all.
Wow.
So we're playing around, seeing the launch date. We're not certain yet.
What's I know you're developing your own ecosystem of GOQi, but generally, what advice would you give to other people in your area, like startups, in trying to get distribution in other countries? What's the biggest?
I'm probably not qualified to give distribution, because I think the world now is with Shenzhen, all these, you look around this fair, there's so many big companies. They're all after the next big market.
Right.
And the distribution-wise, say something like Brookstones, like say that distribution retailers,
like Sharper Image.
They have a lot of connections already to manufacture to distribute as well.
So the only way to get into them is to partner with maybe another product, like you're doing. Like you could partner with this, and then go into all IKEA stores around the world.
Yes. That'd be perfect.
That might be a way of getting volume moving.
But also doing branding as well. So maybe the IKEA wallet, things like that.
But that's interesting that IKEA's gone into like big on lighting and big on household, but now this is more consumer.
This is more consumer, correct.
That's a bold move for IKEA.
It probably is, yeah. But they have these wireless charging cases as well, but they're very ugly. So it's like these are much nicer to do it this way, because it means you can use your regular case as well.
Also, in some ways, they're competing with you.
They're not competing. They have a bulky case. Actually, I don't even do the case as well. I'm just concentrating on the wallet.
Right.
But we'll have cases later on, but we'll make it more fashionable.
Right.
My background is in fashion and leather goods. So it's having products, I think technology with fashion.
Charming Pot. You got 2 shops in Hong Kong, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Check that out, and you get discount too when you go there, right? In Tin Ta Choi and Causeway Bay.
We'll probably concentrate on the one in Star House now.
Right.
The one in Star House.
Okay. I need to visit that.
Yeah. Correct.
Very good. Well, Matthew, always learn something when I talk with you.
Yeah, no, as always, thank you, Neil.
You know, there's always challenges for either working upstream with suppliers, sourcing, which you've seen because of your experience, and being in the ecosystem for a long time was easy. But now that's downstream, establishing your brand name, the iteration of different generation of products. There's a lot going on in your world.
Yes, yeah, great.
Matthew, thank you.
The support now is to go on the website or even come to the fair now and give me an email at goqiwireless.com and join the free raffle, and also to purchase the product. The best way you can support a startup is to purchase their product, to support them, and then so that we can understand, get the feedback, and work on next generation, give us positive
feedback. Wonderful. Matthew, O'Connor, you got us. Startup Launchpad. Catch you in the next section. Bye for now.
Thank you.